Hi, my name is Jessica. In this discussion, we will give you an overview of the Annual Validation Survey, the first step in determining reporting eligibility and understanding the specifications of the Dairy Product Mandatory Reporting Program, or DPMRP for short. An annual validation survey is conducted one time per year for current reporting entities or plants and any potentially qualifying entities or plants. You may be wondering why this survey is important or why we need all this information. The annual validation survey ensures that all sales of qualifying products from any entity making and selling 1 million pounds or more annually is included in the National Dairy Product Sales Report, known as the NDPSR. The NDPSR supplies the commodity prices used in the Federal Order Minimum Classified Price calculations that are then used to calculate minimum dairy farmer prices for milk participating in the Federal Order program. Typically, an auditor will come to your location to conduct the annual validation. At the start of the interview, the auditor will provide you with a DPMRP packet. Your entity's discrepancy report is included in the DPMRP packet. After you have reviewed the packet, the interview will start. The auditor will go through the questionnaire question by question and record your responses on the document. You will also be provided ample opportunity to ask any questions you may have regarding the handout materials and the questions on the survey. Once the interview is complete, everything in the packet will be left with you. Copies of the completed AV and a completed multiple plants reporting screening table will be provided as well. The auditor will take original copies with them for processing. At the start of the interview, the auditor will provide you with a DPMRP packet. The packet includes the annual validation questionnaire, a discrepancy report, and copies of the DPMRP policies and procedures, current 7 CFR 1170, non-compliance flowchart, latest questions and answers, confidentiality rules, electronic reporting instructions, and a quick reference guide to reporting specifications. For now, let's talk about the various documents you will receive in the packet. The DPMRP Policies and Procedures document outlines the rules and guidelines required of an entity reporting under the Dairy Products Mandatory Reporting Program. The Code of Federal Regulations, or CFR for short, is the organization of the general and permanent rules and regulations published in the Federal Register by the executive departments and agencies of the federal government. The current 7 CFR 1170 is the document that governs the Dairy Product Mandatory Reporting Program. The noncompliance flowchart relates to the DPMRP audit program. In short, if you are required to submit data to us, your entity will be audited on behalf of this program to ensure that you are reporting or not reporting the correct data. The flowchart shows what actions will be taken based on the amount of discrepancies you have been assigned. We will discuss the questionnaire, discrepancy report, and types of discrepancies in more depth later in this video. The questions and answers document is a list of questions we have been asked on the DPMRP and the determinations we have made on those questions. The confidentiality rule outlines the responsibility we at Dairy Program take to ensure your confidentiality. Confidentiality of information is a high priority for the Agricultural Marketing Service and its employees. Additionally, the mandatory weekly National Dairy Product Sales Report is regulated under the Public Law 106-532 and the Code of Federal Regulations Title VII, Part 1170. These laws specifically protect the confidentiality of your report from public disclosure, except as directed by the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture or the U.S. Attorney General, for enforcement purposes to ensure the accuracy of and compliance with the Dairy Product Mandatory Reporting Program. The electronic reporting instructions are instructions on how to use the Dairy Product Mandatory Reporting System to report your data. The quick reference guide is a summary of our reporting specifications. This document shows what is reportable and excludable for the DPMRP in a one-page chart. These documents are all for your references. Copies of the DPMRP Policies and Procedures, current 7 CFR 1170, non-compliance flowchart, latest questions and answers, confidentiality rules, electronic reporting instructions, and a quick reference guide to reporting specifications can all be found on our website. If you have any questions at all, please ask the auditor to call us at headquarters. The discrepancy report shows whether you have been assigned a procedural and/or clerical discrepancy as a result of an audit in the past. This report also shows how many late occurrences you may have had. When an auditor comes to your plant to conduct an audit, they will submit their findings to us at headquarters. Records related to the program are required to be kept for 2 years. The auditor will review your records for a certain reporting time period. If there are differences found in the data you reported versus what the auditor found, you will be assigned a discrepancy. Your entity will be assigned a warning and given guidance on what they need to do to report properly. What is the difference between a procedural discrepancy and a clerical discrepancy? A procedural discrepancy means a procedural mistake or omission was made and caused the difference in data that was reported versus what the auditor found. A clerical discrepancy is associated with human error, for example, a mistake in transcribing numbers. On a case-by-case basis, our current policy is to remove a discrepancy after 2 clean audits in which there are no new findings for that specific discrepancy. Revisits do not count towards removing a discrepancy. Annual validation interviews should be conducted with the owner or manager making day-to-day marketing decisions and all other employees, including primary and secondary reporters, working on the weekly Dairy Products Mandatory Reporting Program survey. During your annual validation interview, be prepared to ask questions pertaining to the product reporting specifications, due dates, and release dates. Inform the auditor of any special situations the operation may be experiencing. Provide who the contact person, backup person, and managers are at that operation or plant location. Due to the short data collection period, operations need to have a backup personnel trained and in place should the normal reporter be absent. Make sure that person has been selected and is aware of their duties. Understand and be able to explain how your products are priced. Inform the auditors if there are any special situations that may require a determination of reporting qualification from AMS. Records related to the program are required to be kept for 2 years. Have these handy for reference. All questions on the front page are required for the annual validations. Everyone's name who attended will be entered into the top box. Question 1 on this page is an inquiry as to the business relationship your company has with other locations producing or marketing dairy products. Regardless of your answer to this question, we would still like you to fill out the supplement page. We will discuss the importance of the supplement page shortly. Question number 2 is designed to inquire about the sale of 5 specific commodities: cheddar cheese in 40-pound blocks, cheddar cheese in 500-pound barrels, salted butter, non-fat dry milk, and dry whey. The sales volume used to determine if a reporting obligation exists is 1 million pounds annually for each commodity. An affirmative answer for any one commodity directs the interviewer to additional questions pertaining to that commodity. For sections 1A through 4, all questions pertaining to the products you produce should be completed. The AV's Multiple Plants List Table, MPLT, on page 8 of the AV must be completed to document your firm's submission arrangement. Are you just reporting sales for one plant or several? This table will only include the plants for which you currently or will report for on the weekly DPMRP report. Please keep in mind that you will need to be able to fill out this table. Therefore, you will need information on hand in order to complete these. On the supplement page, you will list your company's headquarters location, all dairy plant locations, and any firms with whom you have an exclusive marketing agreement should be listed. The data that we have regarding your entity will be pre-filled on the form. Please double check the information we have on the supplement. If there are errors or changes, please let the auditor know. You may be wondering why we ask for so much detailed information on this page. The reason is that it is used to update the internal plant list and ensures that all reportable products are being reported accurately and with no duplication. This section is important, so remember to be prepared to discuss with your auditor. Again, keep in mind that you will need to be able to fill this table out. You will need information on hand in order to complete these. Also, please note, if you are a standalone plant, there will be an HQ plant ID assigned. This is used as a placeholder for any future expansion of your company. Thank you for watching. Remember, if you have any questions, talk to your auditor or the people at the Market Information Branch. We're happy to help.